Have you ever wondered how rich King Charles III is? Well, after the passing of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, he's become even wealthier. Queen Elizabeth was the longest reigning British monarch and left behind a massive fortune of about $500 million. Now, King Charles III and the rest of the royal family inherit this wealth. But what does King Charles do with that much wealth? So let's dive into the video to know surprising things owned by King Charles III. Even before he became king after his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, passed away, King Charles III was already very rich. His wealth was estimated to be about $440 million, which didn't come from being a king. He had it before. His riches came from jewelry, art, and especially real estate, which means land and buildings. His collection of valuable things included an 18-karat gold watch called Parmigiani Fleurier Toric Chronograph, which he has had since the mid-2000s. He also had some fancy cars like a Seychelles blue Aston Martin DB6 Volante that runs on special fuel made from wine and cheese. He was even seen driving it to the opening ceremony of the 2022 Birmingham Commonwealth Games. King Charles III also inherited some famous cars from his mother. These are the Rolls-Royce Phantom VI and the Bentley State Limousine, which were made to celebrate the Queen's special anniversaries. Also, he got one of the horses from the Queen, and that horse won a big award in January for which King Charles III got £50,000. What are the other things King Charles III owns? Private fortune. In April 2023, it was found that King Charles III's total money and things were worth about $2.25 billion. His investments are around $178 million, his cars are worth $7 million, his stamp collection is valued at $125 million, and he has 54 special jewels worth $667 million. His art collection, based on just 60 pieces out of 400, is about $30 million. He also has two special houses from his mother, which are worth $412 million together. One of the houses, the Sandringham estate, is worth $313 million. It's in Norfolk, and he makes money from it by renting out properties, letting people use it for business, and from the farmlands there. He also has some racehorses worth $34 million, and he made $3 million by selling some of them after his mother passed away. Duchy of Cornwall. The Duchy of Cornwall is like a big collection of land and buildings that belongs to the Prince of Wales and his family. King Charles III managed it until he became king, and now his son Prince William takes care of it. The duchy has many things, like land, buildings, and even a town called Poundbury. All of it is worth about $1.4 billion. In 2021, King Charles III made $28 million from it, even though his salary was only $1.1 million. Moreover, the Duchy of Lancaster is different, as it's for the current king or queen, not the future one. It gives them money, and the Duchy of Lancaster has different things in 8 groups, like land, buildings, and minerals underground. King Charles III is the Duke of Lancaster now, and in March 2022, the duchy had things worth about $800 million. It gave Queen Elizabeth II, the previous queen, about $30 million. The Duchy of Lancaster was also in the Paradise Papers, which talked about how it used special funds from other countries to avoid paying some taxes in the US, but the duchy said it didn't get any tax benefits from those funds. Crown Estate. Finally comes the Crown Estate. A big part of King Charles III's money as the current king. It's not like regular government property or the king's private stuff. The Crown Estate is managed like a big company, with its own boss and people in charge. In 2021, it was worth a massive $19.5 billion. But here's the unique thing. The king can't sell anything that belongs to the Crown Estate. Since 1760, all the money the Crown Estate makes goes to the government. In return, the government gives the king a small part of that money called the sovereign grant. Around $100 million in 2021 to 22, this money helps the king take care of royal palaces and do official duties, but the sovereign grant is just 25% of what the Crown Estate makes. So in 2021 to 22, the Crown Estate made around $400 million. The Crown Estate owns many land and buildings in Britain, including fancy places in London like Regent Street and near Piccadilly Circus. Big businesses like Apple and Lacoste rent these places. It also owns part of the seabed and the area by the water in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. and it manages places like Windsor Park and the Ascot Racecourse. So because he's the king, King Charles III is one of the biggest property owners because of the Crown estate, and it's a huge part of his money. What do you think of these things owned by King Charles III? Comment below and subscribe for more.